so that Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson will have a successful early bird campaign. On the agenda tonight is early bird renewal, which begins April 1st, 2016 and extends through June 30th, 2016. And then on-time registration, which begins July 1st, 2016 through September 30th, 2016, along with questions and answers and reminders. Okay, so we'd like to begin by speaking to our spring renewal message, also known as early bird. We want to message, the important thing that we want to message out to, if you're a service unit team member, to your leaders and co-leaders, if you're listening as a leader or co-leader, to your parents. And we want to message to all, don't miss out, reserve your spot today. The goal of spring renewal is to renew girls and adults for the 2017 membership year by encouraging members to participate in our early bird renewal campaign. And of course, we all hope that 100% of our troops participate. Of course, we know that that's an awful lofty goal. So we know that that doesn't happen. So we need to be reminded that beginning July 1, 2016, our message should be, remember another year of Girl Scouts means more things to learn and more badges to earn. It means outdoor adventures and tons of discovery. It means more games, more friendships, and more all-around good times. Your membership expires on September 30th, 2016. Don't miss out on the fun. Register today. So we have the early bird renewal, which ends June 30th, and then we have on-time renewal, which goes from July 1 till September 30th. And of course, October 1 is the day our new membership year begins. So what other messages need to be shared? And I've included them up on the screen. We need to consistently message to our troops and our parents that renewing your troop early in the spring helps troops prepare so that girls can hit the ground running when the school year ramps up in the fall. We need to message that the fall is a very busy time, so register now to get girls ready for another year of fun. It's a win-win for everyone. Register for programs and connections online with ease, and if you are a bridging troop, you'll have access to your new toolkit on July 1st, 2016 for the 2017 membership year. If you are re-registered, if your troop has re-registered. Registering early helps troops, leaders, service units, council, parents, and guardians prepare for the fall. And as a quick aside, I have to share with you that the phones and the emails have been non-stop over the past few weeks, with parents, troop leaders, troop cookie chairs frantic to get girls registered in order to meet tonight's eBuddy deadline. Please message early bird your troop and avoid all this confusion come cookie time. I think that's an important message. So let's talk troop incentives for early bird renewal. All troops who register a minimum of 5 girls and 2 adults online by May 1st, 2016 for the 2017 membership year will be entered into a drawing to win free admission to one of the following programs for the entire troop, including 2 adult volunteers. So you're hearing me say May 1st. May 1st, there'll be a drawing for all troops who register a minimum of 5 girls and 2 adults online. And the first prize is free admission to this year's camporee. So for a group of 10 girls and 2 adults, it's nearly a $700 value. And the reason we're upping it to May 1st is because the camporee is just around the corner. The camporee is the second week in June. It's already on the front page of our website. And I do want to remind you that when you encourage troops to participate in the camporee, the troops do not need overnight outdoor training for this event. And the reason is because there are trained staff are present. No outdoor cooking will be done by troops, and the campfire is taken care of by staff. So if that's stopping some of your troops to early bird because they don't think $700, a chance to have a $700 free admission to this year's camporee, then remind them that sometimes what prevents them from attending is they think they need OOT, which is overnight outdoor training. They do not for this particular event. And second prize is free admission to Girl Fest, and third prize is free admission to Jam and Jammies. And again, they need to be 5 girls and 2 adults need to be registered online by May 1st. But of course, June 1st is the deadline for early bird, so all girls who register online by June 30th, 2016 for the 2017 membership year will receive a free patch, which you can see on your screen.
All right, Mary, before we move on, there's one question here. Will these dates be sent to us separately?
What I can tell you is that we're recording the webinar, and it will go up on the website very soon. And you can click, just so that you know where it is, you can click, on the website, you click volunteers, then you click training,
then volunteer opportunities.
Right.
And then it's right in the center of the page.
Can you show them, do that? Can you show them that?
I could go through it, walk through it later.
Yes, okay, we'll walk through it for you later. So this information will be messaged on our website. The whole recording will be up on the website. We will also put it in the leader meeting agenda so that you have all this information. And we will be messaging it out all through the early bird renewal time frame.
Okay, one other question. Is it possible to avoid receiving the early bird patches?
Yes, you can contact Ann Chow, and because she's the one, Ann Chow is the one who puts all the girls' names on your envelope that's filled with your patches, that tells you who has early birded and who is going to receive a patch. And if you don't want to receive them, you can let her know. You might want to accept them and then maybe give them to your service unit manager, because what we do find often is we find service unit volunteers coming in or leaders coming in. So-and-so lost her vest. Do you have this patch? So-and-so lost this. Do you have it? And your service unit manager might like to keep a hold of them and to share them if girls lose them. But it's really up to you, and it truly is Ann who does all of that, so she could take them off.
Okay, one more question before we move through the slide is, what if you only have 4 girls in your troop?
If you only have 4 girls in your troop, what I am going to ask you in order to qualify for the patches is for you to connect with one of my membership and volunteer services managers, and I'd like you to go into the opportunities catalog so that we can get your troop up to 5. which would be exciting. And even if no one joins your troop, the fact that you're willing to take more girls and the fact that you're in the opportunities catalog, you are most deserving of the patch.
Okay, great. I think we can move to the next slide.
I want to talk a little about now the two types of renewal. There is troop renewal and family renewal. Troop renewal occurs when the troop leader accesses his or her membership community and renews the membership for girls and adults who are currently registered. Family renewal occurs when the adult family member accesses his or her membership community and renews the membership of the household. So I'm going to go over the troop renewal first since we're talking early bird. So I want to talk about after logging in to your membership community, you'll be able to click on your troop tab. So if you're the leader, you'll be able to access your membership community, click on the troop tab. What I do want to tell you is that the system is truly intuitive and will guide the leader through a series of screens. Leaders will see the troop tab, the acceptance screen, the payment screen, the confirmation screen, and the thank you screen. So here is the troop tab. And whether you're renewing on the troop tab or the family tab, what is wonderful this year is that you'll be able to make a single transaction for multiple members. So you'll be able to renew Mary and Susan and Dee and Eileen and Nancy, and you'll be able to pay one time, one transaction, which I know is going to be so helpful to you. On the troop tab, leaders will be able to edit troop members' contact information, renew members in the troop, and add a new girl or adult to their troop. We're still looking at the troop tab here, and I want you to know that the leader will be able to toggle between current and next year to see roles and to see who has been renewed for the specific year. He or she will also be able to select the troop if they are a leader of multiple troops. So you'll be able to click and you'll be able to choose the troop that you are registering if you are the leader of multiple troops. And you'll also be able to see a roster of troop members and edit troop members when necessary. As mentioned before, the leader will be able to add a girl or adult member by choosing girl or adult from the drop-down menu and select go. So you're still on the troop tab, and the leader will be able to add a girl or adult member by choosing girl or adult from the drop-down member and select go. This is a change from the 2016 troop leader permissions. So please note this option is not available until April 1st, 2016 for the 2017 membership year. Okay, we're still on the troop tab. So from the troop tab, the leader will be able to select renew under membership choice for each girl or adult. There is a renewal choice drop down, and you can pick renew, do not renew, I'll decide later, or lifetime membership. Now, what I am going to tell you, if you have a graduating senior, in order for a graduating senior to receive the discounted lifetime membership, they must submit a paper registration with payment receipted at the Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson offices by, and the deadline is September 1st, 2016. So that is the only paper registrations that will become necessary, because the discounted senior, that's graduating senior from high school, that is the only time that that won't show and you won't be able to get the correct price. So that's going to have to be paper registration. Now, what I do want to let you know, because this is important, is donations or financial assistance is only available through the Family tab. Leaders cannot request financial assistance for any girl other than her own, and she would have to go through the Family tab to do that. So please, please let the family know that if financial assistance is needed, the parent must go through their member community under the Family tab. You have a question?
Yes. What is the price of a discounted lifetime?
I'm gonna have Dee look for the membership
No,
form.
this is Mary.
Oh,
This is
Eileen, what is it?
I believe it's $199, and the full price is $350. So it's a significant discount for the girls that are graduating.
Yes, yes. So, and
Okay.
that.
If GSUSA changes that figure for any reason, we will definitely publicize that in headlines and happenings. But that was the 2016 figure. I haven't seen any change to that, but I don't know if they've finalized that yet. So just an FYI.
Right. And if you need a paper registration, please feel to connect with any of your membership and volunteer services managers and they'll send you one. Thank you, Eileen. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on, and we're actually going to move on to the acceptance screen. So we're still renewing members on the Troop tab, and what you'll see here is the acceptance screen with the Girl Scout Promise in Law. So please ensure that the checkbox is checked and click continue. I will tell you that if someone gets to this page and reads the Promise in the Law and decides that this is not something that she or he can accept, there is an option to select cancel on this page.
Okay, one question we have. So just recapping this section, leaders cannot register any girl until after April 1st.
For the 2017 membership year, yes.
Before April 1st, parents have to register girls.
No. When April 1st is the first day of early bird renewal. So leaders can renew their girls under the Troop tab, or parents can re-register their girls under the Family tab. And it really is up to the leader. Many leaders decide, I'm going to re-register my whole troop. We've made the decision, we're going to use cookie money, and we're going to get this done, and they're all going to get a patch, and then we have a chance to win all the early bird incentives. Some leaders say, I'm not doing this. My parents are going to do this, and I'm going to let my parents know that April 1, they can renew their daughter and themselves and anyone else in their family. So that's how that works. For the 2016 membership year, that's what we're doing right now. We've got a lot of flutter with frantic leaders and parents trying to register their girls for this year. I hope that we're not in this position next year. I hope that because it's such an intuitive system and it's easy, that we will have everyone registered by October 1, because October 1 really is the beginning of the Girl Scout year, and that's the new membership year where everyone should be registered. Of course, we always accept new girls along the way, and we want to get them registered as soon as possible. So I hope that answered your question. Okay, so this is the acceptance. Next page, Dee. Next page is the payment. So of course, this is the payment screen, and obviously payment will be needed to complete a transaction on either the Troop tab or the Family tab. Again, a donation can only be made from the Family tab as long as a membership is being purchased. Again, only under the Family tab will there be an option for financial assistance for girls. Interesting, at this time, lifetime members cannot add a donation. And if an adult selected a one-year adult membership renewal, an upgrade box will show up asking them about lifetime membership. If that person selects lifetime membership, the invoice will be populated with the new total for lifetime membership. Now, I will tell you, when you see that total, if that parent or that leader or changes their mind and says, no, I don't want a lifetime membership, you have the option to cancel or not choose the upgrade, which is lifetime membership. Okay, so here's the confirmation screen, which allows the leader to review and confirm all renewals for next year. They will select submit, and again, at that time, there's still an option to cancel if you needed to, if the leader needed to. All right, and here is the thank you screen, or where you can share on Facebook or Twitter that you have just registered for Girl Scouts and you're excited about a new year of fun. And you can print an itemized receipt, or you can have a receipt emailed. All right, now, so here's where the receipt is generated and the renewal is complete. I truly, truly feel that this process is going to be much simpler. It's very intuitive, and you'll be able to move through the screens seamlessly. At any point in time, and I'll remind you again later, you have a challenge. All you'll need to do is email customer care at girlscoutshh.org, and they'll be able to support you in the renewal process. Okay, I'm just I'm not gonna go into depth on family renewal. It's very much the same process as troop renewal. Just on the troop tab, on the family tab, just as on the troop tab, on the family tab, the parent or guardian will be able to make a single transaction for multiple family members. Financial assistance requests can only be selected during the family renewal process. The ability to make a donation is only available during the family renewal process. And although the family is registering for the 2017 membership year, the donation is recorded in the membership year the payment is made. So during early bird renewal, when families make a donation, it's for the 2016 membership year. And in some service units and in some counties, they do annual giving during early bird for the year that we're in. So I just want to make sure your parents know that. So if they haven't had an opportunity to participate in the annual giving campaign and would like to do so on their early bird family renewal, that would be fabulous. We have many, many families who give maybe in January or December and January, and then they give again during the early bird process, and they both get receipted to the 2016 membership year. And of course, a parent or a guardian may edit the family profile. So, just as under the Troop tab, the Family tab will guide the parent or guardian through a truly intuitive system that will take them through a series of screens. Parents or guardians will see the Family tab, the acceptance screen, the payment screen, the confirmation screen, and the thank you screen. Okay, so it's time for questions and answers. And Eileen is on the call with us tonight, and she'll address some of the questions and answers that we have actually already received. So we may be able to answer some of your questions And after this group of questions, if you still have additional questions, we ask you to type them into the question log, and we will address all the questions as we move along. So Eileen, would you like to begin?
Absolutely, Mary. Thanks. Can you forward one screen, please?
Yes.
Okay, great. Before we get started on the list that's here, I just wrote a couple of notes down based on some of the questions you asked. One of you asked if before April 1st, if the leaders or if the parents have to register the girls. I just want to clarify that, yes, if you are registering for the 2016 membership year, because there are still a few girls out there who want to get their 2016 membership in, then yes, the parents will have to register. The leader cannot re-register a girl or add a girl to the troop. Okay, so for 2016, before April 1st, it has to be done by the parents. Okay, that was one thing I wanted to mention. And the other thing, and the other thing was that before April 1st, only 2016 membership will be available in the member community. So I just wanted to clarify those 2 points for you. Okay, so these are some of the questions that we've been getting in. Customer care has been getting a ton of inquiries, as has our membership volunteer services managers. So that's where we've gotten this list from. One of the questions we're frequently asked is if you will have to reset your password to gain access to the membership community. Not at this time. They haven't told us exactly how long your password is going to be good for. However, they'll let us know. Right now, you do not have to change it. If, of course, you forget your password, you can easily click that you've forgotten your password, and they will send you a reset for that. Also, when you now log into the member community, as I hope some of you have already done since January, you're going to see a new tab. You're going to see the activities tab, which, I would think, wow, is it the thing for us to do or whatever? At this time, this is, for our council, we are not using this. This is now being piloted in other councils, and what it will eventually do is it will replace our current online registration systems for our programs, trainings, and camps. So we're hoping to go live with this sometime in late summer, early fall, so that registration for our new program year will be right in the same place as we're going to be doing our membership registration. But for right now, this tab will not mean anything for our council. You will still be logging in to the e-business portal to register for your programs and any programs that are going to be happening between now and at least the end of this membership, this school year. Will a leader be able to add new members to their troop all year? Once we're live after April 1st, the answer is going to be yes. And I know that we've been telling you no, no, no since we went live with it, and that was the case. But they put an enhancement in on our portal, and now starting on April 1st, a leader will be able to add a new member to her troop. And what happens if a troop leader adds a new girl? Before April 1st, if the leader adds a new girl, if she's created in her household, and then the leader creates the membership, and it's kind of a mess. So please do not do that until after April 1st when the new system is set up correctly. Some of you, probably not on this call, but some of you may have heard about leaders that did add girls, and it kind of created a little bit of chaos within their troop and household that we've had to work on and fix. So we're asking that at this time, please don't add a girl to the troop until April 1st. Okay, Mary, can we move on?
Yes.
Okay, we do have a few questions.
We'll stop for a minute and then we'll move on to the next slide. The question is, where will they be able to renew? Will we be able to renew if our troop is over 12? The answer is yes. Correct?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone is going to be able to renew. You're talking about because if they're over 12th grade, or if they're
over 12 girls,
more than 12 girls in the troop.
Girls.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You can renew however many girls are going to be in your troop. You will be able to renew, and maybe that's stemming from the opportunity catalog. But yes, you will be able to renew all your girls.
Okay. The question is, if the troop who wins is already registered for the camporee, will they get a refund? Yes. The answer is yes.
Of course. And don't forget, only one troop is going to win, and if it happens to be yours and you're registered, then good for you.
Right, right. Okay. The question is there only one patch being given for early bird this year? Yes. One patch for online registration. Paper registrations are really not necessary. If you, for any reason, have difficulty or you cannot register your girls, you connect with just connect with customer care, and Eileen will make certain that someone gets back to you and helps you through the registration process. Correct, Eileen?
Absolutely. In fact, one of the benefits to the new system is that we didn't have in our past membership registration is we can actually look at what you're seeing. So it makes it very easy for staff to walk through and say, okay, do you see where Eileen Hickey's name is? Click there, do this. So it's very easy for us to go through it with you. And even if you come into our offices, all the offices have at least one staff person, being it a customer specialist or a membership volunteer services manager, that can actually sit with you and help you through the process.
Okay, Eileen, we're going to move on to the next screen, and then we're going to go back to some more questions.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, I'm waiting for the screen. Okay, there we go. Will leaders be able to edit all fields? There are a few fields that the leaders are not able to edit, but the leader can definitely edit the girl's name and address, phone number, contact information. The leader will not be, I forget what she's not able to edit, but for the most part, she'll be able to edit all the information. What won't happen is, in the past, if you remember correctly, you had to update a million things to get a membership through when we were in our old system. That is not the case in this system. If there are fields that are in the back end that are blank, they're going to stay blank. Okay, you won't have to complete that information before processing your registration. Will the parent or guardian be notified when a troop leader renews their daughter's membership? Yes. An email is generated to the parent guardian, and she's going to be asked to log in, because don't forget, parent and guardians have logins to this as well, and they're going to be asked to log in and update any contact information. The email will also let them know that the registration is complete. Okay, where does the statement that memberships are non-refundable appear? This is apparent when you get to the payment screen. It will clearly state that memberships are non-refundable. If someone selects don't renew, can they change their mind? Well, they're going to show as inactive, so that's going to take a call to the council to make the necessary changes, and that can take a little bit of time, especially if it's during one of our very hectic times, like right now with cookies or something like that. So if you think a girl may not come back, opt for I'll decide later, because then you and the parent both have the option of going back in and easily changing that to renew now. Okay. Any other questions?
We added some. We just changed the screen, Eileen, and then we'll go back to some
Terrific.
questions.
This is a great question, and this we're getting over and over again. And I've seen it on service unit Facebook pages. I've seen it all over. Why have some adults received a request for a background check? Well, let's think about it. Background checks are required for leaders to have every 3 years. At this time, this is a new thing that's been put in place with Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson in conjunction with GSUSA. So if your last background check was 3 or more years ago, as of the end of this membership year, September 30th, 2016, then you will be asked, or the leader will be asked to renew, order her background check. Background checks are required for the following 2 positions: leader, co-leader, treasurer, annual giving chair, cookie chair, fall product sales chair, and troop driver. If you look at these positions, they either have direct contact with girls or they're responsible for handling money, and that is the reason for the background check. So let's say right now it's March 14th. Let's say on April 1st you go in to re-register yourself as leader. That's April 1st, 2016. If your last background check was September 30th, 2013 or before, you will be asked to renew your background check. Okay, so it's really important that you're aware of this. The cost for a background check is $6.25, and that will be something, I think that's a question later, so I might be jumping ahead, but it will be something that the adults holding one of these positions will be asked to pay. It is something that the troop can decide to pay out of troop funds, because parents want the people that are working with their girls to to be cleared of any, make sure they're safe to be with their girls, make sure that they haven't behaved inappropriately in the past, and that kind of thing. So background checks are required to be done every 3 years for all these positions. How can I let council know the name of adults who volunteer for the above positions? We have just created a brand new form. The link is right here. I'm sure Mary will include it in the leader notes, as well as the link is in the volunteer section of our website under frequently asked questions, or it will be later on this week. Including in those frequently asked questions are going to be all the questions that we're talking about today. So on this form, we're going to ask for the leader name, the troop number, and then any of the positions that are available on the troop level. You're going to be able to write the name of the person or the adult in your troop that's going to be handling that position. This will ensure that when she goes to re-register, it'll be in the system and she'll be able to renew it and she'll be able to just sign up for it, and that if this position becomes available in the opportunity catalog, somebody just doesn't randomly pick it and you come back to us and say, hey, Eileen, I already have a cookie chair. It's so-and-so. So this is going to be something that we're going to ask you to fill out, and it'll probably also go out in headlines and happenings. Okay, any other next question?
Well, let's stop a minute. We'll go for a few. I have a question that I think it just says, will parents, and I'm thinking that you're asking if parents get patches. Adults do not get patches. If that's not the question, just rewrite it and we'll certainly answer it. We had a question on background checks, which I think we may have answered. If not, you can put in a question. The next question, can you add more girls to your troop during the early bird period without opening up spots in the opportunity catalog? If you are renewing an existing troop, you can add new girls, correct, Eileen?
You can only add up to the number that you have. I believe if you're going over that number, we will have to up the quantity in the opportunity catalog. But we're going to have to go back and check that question. And once we do, it will appear in the frequently asked questions when we update it, okay? So I don't want to give a definitive answer on that.
Okay, so we'll get back to you on that one. How can I delete a girl who is on my list by mistake but not registered?
Great question. Leaders cannot delete girls from their list. However, you can add girls to your list. If you need to delete a girl from your roster, you can email customercare@girlscouts.hh.org. But I can tell you that if the girl has an active registration, we will not delete her until we know where she's going. So if you know that, oh, you know what, Eileen Hickey moved to this community, we'll reach out to that community. So once we know where to put her, we will take her out of your troop. But until that time, we just can't remove somebody arbitrarily and just take them out of a troop. But that's something that has to be done by council, and we would definitely be able to take care of that for you.
The question is, the cost still $15?
I have not heard anything to the contrary on that. I do not believe membership is going up this year. But, again, that would be something that we can definitely double check on. GSUSA is not always right out there with their information for us, so we're giving it out to you as quickly as we can. I have not heard that membership.
We don't believe it'll be more than $15 this year, but we will.
I do not
confirm that, right, Eileen?
Correct.
Okay, we have. I think that we answered this question, the $6.25 for the background check. Again, I am absolutely going to encourage that every 3 years, when you need your background check for that $6.25, and it is a financial hardship for you or for the other positions in your troop, my recommendation is that you plan on pay-for-ing it out of troop dues, whether you do a booth sale to cover the costs of the background checks. That's up to you. But yes, it will be $6.25 every 3 years. Why should we ask adult volunteers to pay for their background checks? They're already volunteering their time. And again, I think that this is certainly a cost that can be incurred by troop funds, by cookie selling. And again, setting aside some of your troop funds to cover those costs would really be money well spent.
Right. And the other thing is, maybe Mary, I can help out on this question.
Sure.
One of the follow-up question was, how can a troop pay for a parent's background check? So first of all, parents don't need a background check unless they're volunteering for one of these positions. And if they are volunteering for one of these positions, they're going to get an email directly from our background check vendor, which is Assurance. That's ASURRINT. Assurance will email them directly. Now, which is great because then they can say, okay, I'm going to sign up and order my background check now. She can do so in conjunction with the leader or the troop treasurer, whomever has the troop credit card or debit card, the troop debit card, and that number can be used to pay for it. The money does not come to council at all. It goes directly to Assurance. This is the cost. There's nothing added to it. This is just the direct cost that's going to Assurance. So she can do this in conjunction with the leader to say, hey, I'm ordering my background check. Or she can also submit to the leader a receipt, and the leader can reimburse her from the troop fund. So you can do it a paper way as well. But again, parents don't need background checks unless they're going to act in one of these troop positions.
Let's see. Go back a little, Dee. I think I have a few questions. Can new girls fill out a paper form?
New girls can fill out a paper form. If the leader is registering new girls to her troop, she can certainly ask that they fill out the paper form. However, she holds on to it then. If she just wants to use that to get information and to have the signatures right there, that's absolutely fine.
We have a question. Wouldn't this discourage troops from getting people to help volunteer? I'm assuming we're talking about the background check, $6.25. What will stop a troop leader from saying they are doing it all but have parents doing the jobs? I often tell you that we have almost 3,000 troops. We have 12,000 volunteers. We have 28,000 plus girls. You have to be on your honor. You're on your honor. If the leader is saying I'm doing all the jobs, and yet she has troop parents helping, but because she doesn't want to pay the $6.25, there are going to be some challenges. You have to be, in order to be the troop cookie chair, you have to be registered and background checked. I'm not going to police that because I cannot, but they are on their honor. So please, talk to your volunteers, talk to your parents of the importance of background checks every 3 years. Please feel free to offer the $6.25 if there is a financial hardship, or even if there isn't. I think many parents appreciate the fact that we are keeping their children safe. I think parents love to hear that you're willing to pay their background fee, but often they'll pay it themselves. That's the best I can do to answer that question.
I believe this one would be answered the same way.
So they need background check if they are a signer on a troop account and not a co-leader. Leaders and co-leaders need background checks. Treasurers need the treasurer needs a background check.
Handling money, yep.
The co-leader, the leader, the co-leader, the treasurer, the annual giving chair, the cookie chair, the fall product sale chair, and the troop driver.
So the two signers on the troop would need background checks.
Because they are both treasurers.
Okay. I believe that's the question that she was asking. Here's another one here.
Will parents be able to add a new girl to a troop after April 1st? If so, what happens if the existing girls are not renewed yet? Can our existing girls lose their spot in the group to a new girl?
No. They cannot lose their spot to a new girl. What will have to happen, if a new girl is joining a troop, there would have to be an additional spot in the opportunity catalog for them. So the spots are held through September 30th for the girls who are existing girls in a troop.
Okay, great. Let's see. Will troop leaders know when a troop volunteer has completed the background check? They would need to ask them.
That information, see, I think you know that. I think that information comes to council and it goes to the person that requested the background check.
Correct.
I do not know that the troop leaders are notified.
Right. The troop leaders are not notified, so they would connect with that person. That person will let them know that it's already done.
Okay, can we move to the next page, Dee, please? Eileen?
Okay, I can't see it right now.
Oh,
My screen is spinning. So can you read the question and I'll answer it?
Okay, well, I think we did this. Is there a cost for the background check? And the answer, of course, is yes. Each background check costs $6.25 and is valid for 3 years. Eileen, can you see it now?
No, just keep reading. I'll
Okay.
let you know.
Can the troop pay for the background check for the adults in the troop? And yes.
Absolutely yes. Yep. Okay, now I can see it.
Okay, perfect.
So yes, the troops can pay it. Now this is a big one. We've been using the words opportunity catalog, so this is kind of a new concept for us. What is an opportunity catalog? An opportunity catalog is a place where girls and adults can find a troop or volunteer experience that meets their needs. So this is where a troop would be displayed. A troop can display the girl opportunities, and the troop can also display the volunteer opportunities within a troop. So for example, if your troop already has 14 girls that you're working with, and you have a leader and a co-leader and a treasurer, but you'd really like someone to work on maybe your cookies and your product sales and your annual giving, you can display those adult positions in the opportunity catalog. We do get people calling us, say, listen, I want to do something for Girl Scouts, I don't know what. We get people that are saying, hey, you know what, I'm in accounting and I'd really like to do something at Girl Scouts, how can I help? And we can direct them to the opportunity catalog for opportunities, adult opportunities in their area. Now, if you would like to take a look, the next question is, can I view what it looks like, what the opportunity catalog looks like before putting my troop in it? Yes, you can. There is a link, and you can click on this link. And again, Mary will put this in the leader notes, and this will be on our website under frequently asked questions. If you click on this link, it will list the girl opportunities within the parameters you set forth. So, for example, you'll be able to put your zip code and how many miles you're willing to drive, or you'll be able to say a troop number. If that troop is displayed in the opportunity catalog, and there is still room in the troop, then you will be able to see that troop. If the troop that is not displayed in the opportunity catalog, then it will not be visible. If the troop says, yes, I'm displayed, and they have opportunity for 12 girls and they only have 10, you will see an opening for 2 girls. So it's very clear, so I encourage you all to take a look at this. Some of the feedback we're getting is that leaders are actually excited about it because sometimes they're getting girls who already know when the meeting is. They understand that it's Tuesday at 4 o'clock and gosh, they can make that one. It doesn't interfere with another activity. Or they can look for a troop that maybe meets on a Saturday when they have the opportunity, when it's not after school and it's easy for the family to get the girls to the activities and the meetings. So we're hearing really great things about the opportunity catalog. Okay, next screen.
All right, we have 2 questions here before we move on,
Sure.
Eileen. One question is, why is the troop leader not notified with the results of the background check for the other adults in the troop? Okay, since this is a new process and we're just beginning to catch up with who's going to be background checked as on those roles that we just mentioned that receive background checks, I'm sure your opportunity catalog is going to list who's your troop cookie person, who's your troop treasurer, as you look at your troop attendance. Now, if for any reason their background check was not done, they would not be active in that role. They only become active in that role when they have a completed background check. Okay, we have another question here. Let's see. What is council doing to recruit leaders instead of putting girls with? This would be...
Well, let me do this one first.
Okay.
Who puts the troop in the opportunity catalog?
You can email customer care at girlscoutshh.org and say my troop number is 4567 and we would like to be displayed in the opportunity catalog with an opportunity for a total of 12 girls. That will not add 12 girls to your existing number. That will make your number 12. So if you have 8 girls, there'll be opportunity for 4. So I would ask that you email customer care and let them know, and they will be happy to have your troop displayed in the opportunity catalog.
When will the girl catalog link be available?
Actually, as soon as we get these FAQs together, today is Monday. Hopefully, they'll be able to get them and update the website by Thursday. We've had so many activities going on the past week. We have a lot of staff in and out this week, to be honest with you. We've had our leadership luncheon and our gold awards, so staff has been working quite a bit. So we're hoping to have it no later than the end of the week, at least these FAQs.
Okay, I have a question. What is council doing to recruit leaders instead of putting girls with existing leaders? Okay, I'm going to just explain something. Right now, since the end of October, any new troops that have been recruited understand that 12 girls is considered the minimum number of girls for an optimal troop experience. At these recruitments, service unit managers, staff recruiters, volunteer recruiters should be messaging that to potential new leaders. The new leader needs to understand that we are saying 12 girls minimum, and that if the troop does not have 12 girls, it will front face in the opportunities catalog. And every time it goes below 12, that troop will front face in the opportunities catalog, unless we hear from that leader who says, oh, 12, I'll take 15, I'll take 18, I'll take 20, I'll take 40. But more than 12 is going to be a choice that new leader makes. What we're doing at this time with existing troops that were formed before October 27th, 2015, is we're requesting that you consider opening your heart and opening your troop to a minimum of 12 girls. And all you have to do is let customer care know. Customer care, I have 5 girls. I'd love more girls. I'm open to inviting new girls into my troop, and we'll put you in the catalog. So I hope that explains some of it.
Does your troop need to be in the opportunity catalog to be able to renew their registration?
Eileen?
No, you do not. To renew your registration, spots are held for existing girls. So if you have 9 girls and you renew all 9, that's 5. If you have 16 girls, you can renew all 16 girls, and that's fine. It's when you want to add new girls. And to be honest with you, I do have to check to see if leaders can automatically increase the number just by themselves by adding new girls to their troop, or if we have to adjust the opportunity catalog if you want to add new girls. But renewals, there's space for renewals. There is space for every girl in your troop.
Okay, I'm seeing that somebody wants to add more girls. And when we go to the next screen, I'm going to give you the customer care email and phone number, and you're going to send it off, and we're going to be able to open the opportunities in the catalog for more girls. Let us know. Yes, I absolutely would love 12, 15, or like me, who took 27 daisies, we'll put you in. So that'll be fine. Do you recommend a certain max for the number of girls in a troop? I will tell you that it is my humble opinion that I'd rather take more girls and get more adult volunteers. So my answer is absolutely, we'd love your daughter to join our troop. We need some more adult support. We'd love you to join us. So I would always love to add more adult support instead of turning away a girl. So I really can't give you a magic number. You need 2 adults, a leader and a co-leader at every meeting. If you look in your volunteer essentials, you'll see suggested coverage. Of course, when you're tripping, taking trips, then you need the appropriate coverage. Correct?
Adult racial to girl.
It's great to have 12 plus girls in your troop, but how do you get adults to volunteer to help you? I think that it's important to make the ask. I think that it's important to ask a potential parent or guardian, what is it that you're good at? What is your skill set? I'm a firm believer in getting the right person for the right job. And sometimes if you ask, have a parent meeting, I'm a firm believer in parent meetings, have a parent meeting and say, you know what, the troop needs your support. What do you like to do? And you might be surprised at the results, but I do think you need to make the ask. And I think if you pair that volunteer up with what her skill set is, I think you'll have a better result.
When a troop is listed in the opportunity catalog, the location listed is not specific, right? My concern is for safety reasons, and that's correct, Cassandra. It is not listed. The area where your troop meets will not be seen. Okay, they can't see that because I understand that you're concerned about that.
So what will happen is the person will put in the zip code,
right, goes by
within
the area.
a 10 or 20 mile radius. The opportunities will come up. The person will join. And then what? The leader gets an email that says someone is joined, and then she lets them know where. And
well, this is Eileen. What happens is it's the leader's responsibility to identify what appears in this area. For example, if the leader meets in the vicinity of a certain school, they could say the meeting is in the vicinity of XYZ school, or the meeting is in the vicinity of Southern, and then the name of the town. This way the people understand where it's going to be. It's not just, if we list to be determined, that's really not going to encourage a girl to join the troop. So we do try to be specific without disclosing any information that would compromise anyone's safety. And in many cases, I would suggest this, especially if you're not meeting at a school or a public place, that you just put in the vicinity of. If you're meeting at a school, usually there are some precautions to only allow certain people in the buildings, so you'd have to use your discretion. But you will see specific locations noted, but usually they are public locations, not someone's home or a private location. You can always say in the vicinity of. We do not have to put, it's not like we only have a certain number of characters. We can certainly put a couple of words or whatever you designate in as far as location.
Okay.
Does that help?
Good. Yep, that was a good question.
if you want to press.
All right, I think we're going to go on to the next slide.
Okay, so the next slide. This is the last, no, that's, let me tell you that in a minute. This is a reminder that at any time during the renewal process, if you need assistance, you please email customer care at girlscoutshh.org, or you call customer care at 855-232-GSHH. That's 855-232-4744. So we want you to know that we're here to support you. We're here to guide you and help you through any of the questions that you might have. But I do feel that the renewal process is truly intuitive and easy to follow. I also want to let you know that you asked the question before. To access this webinar will be going up on our website. To access the webinars, what you'll do is on the front homepage, you'll click on volunteers, then training.
Let's see if we could try.
then volunteer learning opportunities. And you'll see January up there. You'll see February up there. We're going to put March up there. Dee is looking to pull it up on the screen for you in a moment. And as Eileen said, we're also going to put all these questions up on the FAQs. Okay, so here is where you need to. Here, can they see it?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so go to volunteers. Okay, Dee's going to volunteers. Then she's going to training. Then she's going to volunteer learning opportunities. As you scroll down, you're going to see Medic First Aid. You're going to see the registration portal. You're going to see the regional meetings. There's the January and there's the February. If anyone has any questions on the onboarding of new leaders or the new troops guide, please review the February 2016 webinar. And that's where you'll find. If you also go back, Dee, I want to go back to training. Okay, just as a review from last month, there are all the steps for getting started. So if you have new volunteers getting started or you're planning a big spring recruitment, you'll have all the information that you know that you need. If you'll go back again, I just want to show you where the FAQs are. Here they are, FAQs. And what we'll do is we'll post all of these questions up on the website under FAQs. Let's see, do we have more questions coming in?
Will they be able to renew if our troop
No, this you went all the way up to the top.
over 12?
Go
Yep, let's
down
go
to
all
the
the way
bottom.
down.
Okay. When a troop is listed in the opportunity, this is, it's not fair to just add girls into a troop without consulting the leader. Example, I had a leader that had a girl join from 3 towns over and the mom doesn't drive. So what do you do with that girl? Okay, so if you are I'm assuming that it's a new troop, a brand new troop. So my assumption is if it began after October 27th, then it is front facing in the catalog and there was an opening. A child joined that, a parent registered the child in that troop. The leader was notified. The leader connects with the child or the parent. The leader says, this is the time we meet. This is where we meet. This is when we meet. If indeed that child or that parent says, oh, I have no way to get her there, that's not going to be an obligation for the leader to pick the child up and bring her to the meeting. What then I would do is I would have that parent connect with a recruiter at the council level or the recruiter or organizer in your service unit and probably the easiest thing would be to connect with the recruiter in your service unit or the staff recruiter. And we'll look for a better, a more suitable location for her.
I believe that was the last question.
What is the price of discounted? Yeah, I think we do believe it's $195, but we're going to add that to our question on FAQs. I'm also going to put quite a bit of at least the questions and answers into the leader meeting agenda. So that'll go out to all your service unit managers, and I'm certain that you either get them at your leader meetings or they're forwarded to you electronically, but you'll also have them in multiple locations. Okay, so a big thank you to Dee DeSilva, who's been our technology expert for the webinar. Thank you, Dee, for all your support.
You're very welcome.
And to Eileen Hickey with all her volunteer systems expertise, we thank you. We also,
no problem.
We do thank you. And we know that a lot of this is new and we're all learning together. And we're trying to get you the information as quick as we get it. We thank you all for attending tonight's webinar. We appreciate the time you give to Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson. And we do invite you to join us on our next regional meeting webinar hosted by Dee De Silva, to be held on Tuesday, April 12th, 2016 from 7 to 8:30. The topic is troop travel, planning, and trip notifications. So we thank you again. We thank you for your thank yous that are coming in, and we ask you to please enjoy the rest of your evening, and good night to all. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.